Bem-vindos ao She Powers Energy. Neste programa nós falamos de energia, mas falamos também de liderança, de oportunidades e de como a energia pode mudar a vida de várias mulheres na zona rural e também o rumo de uma nação. E hoje nós vamos falar com alguém que entende disso na prática, uma diplomata de carreira que tem ligado os pontos entre o desenvolvimento, clima, agricultura e água e agora cada vez mais a energia e igualdade de género. Estamos a falar de Sua Excelência Elsbeth Akkerman, Embaixadora do Reino dos Países Baixos, em Moçambique.
Your Excellency Elsbeth Akkerman, welcome to the She Powers Energy. It is a pleasure. Actually, it's an honor to have you here in this program.
Oh, thank you very much, Esperanza. It's for me also a pleasure, and as I said to you earlier, for me it's always good and an opportunity to talk about women empowerment and to talk about women empowerment in energy. It's even better. So thank you for the invitation.
Thank you. Ambassador, just start. Could you briefly share your diplomatic journey and what sparked your interest in link between energy and women's empowerment?
Well, my diplomatic career, I've not always been a diplomat. I started my career working for the Ministry of Economic Affairs. Then I worked with the Ministry of Agriculture, and then I came back to the Ministry of Economic Affairs, but always in positions with an international aspect. And then in 2012, I joined the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and working in trade and investment and corporate social responsibility. And from there on, I moved to Geneva, first to work at our permanent mission at the World Trade Organization and the United Nations, where I dealt with trade and economy. And then I was posted as ambassador to Vietnam, after which I had the fantastic opportunity to work and live in this beautiful country.
Vietnam was your first post?
That was my first post as ambassador, yes. And Moçambique is my second post, and they are entirely different postings, but they are equally inspiring.
And when you start being interested in women empowerment?
Well, first and foremost, I am a woman myself, right? So we are half of society, and whereas I think in the Netherlands, women equality is quite substantially on the agenda and an issue that we talk about. It is definitely not perfect. But I have seen abroad, both in Vietnam, but also here in Moçambique, that there are many powerful, strong, educated or motivated women, but that they do not have the opportunity to develop their talents and be in roles that are actually a match between their power and their intellect. And their roles in society. So for me, it is important to, as a woman, but also as an ambassador, to support women empowerment wherever I am. And women in energy, especially in a country like Moçambique, it's extremely important. Access to energy is not universal yet. Moçambique made great steps, but I also know that when it's about access to women, access to energy, women are always in a worse position. Whereas if you give women access to energy, they will make sure that their households work better. They will be able to invest better in education of themselves and their kids. They will have an opportunity to better manage health and hygiene. But also, it allows women to be better, more successful entrepreneurs. And we know that it has been scientifically proved when businesses are led by women, they are more sustainable, they are more effective, So for me, investing in women, it is not only the right thing to do, because we're half of society, it's also the smart thing to do. And that also goes for energy.
Excellency, how is the Netherlands supporting energy access and the broader energy transition in Mozambique?
Well, we do that in a number of different ways, but I think the most prominent and visible program is the Energizing Development Program that is implemented by the German Development Agency, GIZ, and that we co-fund, and that is oriented at delivering clean cooking opportunities for women-led households, as well as solar supported energy solutions for Mozambican families.
Rather than that, do you have more examples in terms of what are you doing?
Sure. This is this is the most prominent one and the one that is most tangible. But we are also working together with the World Bank, which is one of the largest investors in the Mozambican energy sector. There's a program that we are invested in that's called GET, and that is a program that is aimed to attract private investment in energy solutions, but also in supporting the improvement, the strengthening of the legislative framework. And another topic, which is really very close to my heart, is the fact that here in Mozambique, we also spend a lot of attention on the interface between energy and environment. And in December of last year, the Mozambican government signed a memorandum of understanding, so an agreement to cooperate with the Dutch Commission on the Strategic Environmental Impact Assessment, which the Netherlands uses when larger industrial projects and programs are planned and implemented. This is an independent committee that assesses the impact of such projects on society and the environment. And for Mozambique, that is currently industrializing, but also has one of the most rich natures in the world, and also wants to develop itself as a tourism destination. I think industrialization, the extractive industry, needs to go hand in hand with very, very clearly formulating also the environmental and social framework in which that can be done. Otherwise, you will you don't have the win-win situation that Mozambique potentially has. You can do both the industrialization and be very careful to keep your beautiful nature as is. So here again, two driving forces, energy and women. So with energy in place, with access to energy, the agricultural sector as well as the water sector, they can actually flourish. So with energy in the agricultural sector, we can actually develop agricultural value chains. We can add value, we can store production so that we can prevent post-harvest losses. We can actually make sure that via irrigation and other forms of water management that require energy, that we can manage the amount of water that is needed for proper agriculture. So energy is actually ensuring that the sum of agriculture and water is more than the two sectors in isolation. And then women come in, because women are, I think, when it comes to the Mozambican agricultural sector, their participation as entrepreneurs, but also as workers, is extremely high. So when you invest in agriculture, water and in energy, you also directly, indirectly invest in women empowerment.
And it is easy to make this connection, water, energy and agriculture. How do you see?
Well, I think it's a logical connection. So if you at the moment, agriculture in Mozambique is very much small-scale, family-oriented. So farmers, mostly women, they make sure that what they produce provides for their families. But your sector is so rich. It would be quite easy to scale up family farming to commercial farming. But the moment that you have extra produce, you need to be able to store, because otherwise it will perish. So for storage, you need cooling or heating or drying, and that requires energy. So there you immediately have the relationship between agriculture and energy. Without the energy, there's no storage facility. And without the storage facility, you hamper actually the transition for agricultural, for farmers, for mostly women in Mozambique to actually grow.
This means that we have a lot of work to do.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not saying it's easy. I said it's logical. But it will require investment and huge private sector engagement. And private sector is actually one of the drivers of economic restructuring and economic reform. So there's another opportunity as well. Because then female farmers can become female entrepreneurs. And you know what happens when women become entrepreneurs? They will thrive. And they will impact, and they will give back to their community and to society. So once again, I'm saying investing in energy is investing in women empowerment. It's the right thing to do. It's the smart thing to do.
The Netherlands often works through partnerships
Yes.
to bring together government, the private sector, knowledge institutions, and local actors. From your perspective, how can this kind of approach help expand access to energy in Mozambique, especially for women?
Yeah. You are referring to what we call the Dutch diamond approach. And I am actually proud to say that this Dutch diamond approach is one of our export products, and it means that you are, as a society, very mindful of the fact that you cannot develop long-term sustainable policies if the government does not work together with the private sector or with academia and educational institutes and with civil society. And this is something that we in the Netherlands have been doing for more than hundreds of years. It all started with the Netherlands fighting water. Where we had all kinds of interests of businesses, interests of people, interests of the government. And to manage water, everybody was required to work together. And not everybody would be gaining 100% of its own unique goals, but everybody together would win, would gain something. So it is a consensus theory, and it actually works. And I see that also here in Mozambique, that you cannot, you can have plans to restructure your economy, but you will need the private sector to engage, because without the private sector, the economy does not thrive. Without the private sector, there will be no employment. But also you have to innovate. And for innovation, apart from the private sector, you will need the power of universities and the power of people, and to make sure that everything that you do is landing in practice in a proper way, with respect for the environment, with respect for the social environment, you also need people to be able to be vocal, and there you have your civil society organizations that play an important role. And in all of these sectors, women have a seat and a role to play. So we are trying to single out the importance of women in the energy sector, and also, let's say, in the different elements of society. But without women, it will not work. So make sure in everything that we do that they have their rightful place.
Recently, Mozambique approved his energy transition strategy.
Yeah.
Where do you see useful points of exchange or learning between Mozambique and Netherlands?
Well, first and foremost, let me say congratulations to the Mozambican government. I think you presented it 2 years ago at the COP in Dubai, well, I have read your energy transition strategy, and what really resonates for me is that Mozambique has the intention to be the green energy hub of sub-Saharan Africa. And I'm a diplomat, I'm not an energy expert, but I think you can. Because worldwide, Mozambique is very often immediately connected to your vast gas reserves. But what the rest of the world does not sufficiently know is the fact that you also have ample amount of hydropower. And then you have the opportunity to have solar power here, and opportunities for offshore or onshore wind energy. So
different sources.
There are many different sources, and the larger part is actually green. So your energy transition for me is, I think it's hopeful. I also like the fact that the Mozambican government qualified the gas extraction as a transition energy extraction, so that your intention is really to go green. And I think that you can there lead by example. Now, what does the Netherlands and Mozambique have in common, or what can they exchange? I think we were also a country with gas reserves, and we have in the past decades diversified our energy mix more and more. So that came with ups and downs, and I think ups and downs are lessons learned and always useful to share. And then we have been part and parcel of many of the international treaties. So the Paris Agreement, and at the moment we're part and parcel of the European Union Green Deal that comes with challenges and opportunities. So I think there we have something to exchange. But what I also find an interesting entry point is electrification. So in the Netherlands, we have an ambition to, first and foremost, we want to be climate neutral in 2050. And part of that ambition and transition is that in 2030, all new cars will be electric cars. 2030. So obviously, we also have second and third and fourth hand cars. You know, that's the cars that I drive as a diplomat. But all new cars that will be coming on the Dutch market will be electric cars. So that really changes, let's say, a lot, because the Netherlands is rather congested. We have almost 20 million people. Everybody owns, on average, 2 bikes, but most families also have a car. So if we can transition that from normal combustion driving to electric driving, I think that will be a great change. And we have also the expertise on the infrastructure for it, because it requires also an infrastructure where you can load your battery, charge your batteries. And Mozambique is also stepping up. I know that you are purchasing electrical buses for the improvement of public transport. I also know that electrical cars, when you want to buy them and import them, now I think Mozambique lowered the tax rate. So now we have, let's say, a pretty beautiful canvas to really start working on electrification of personal and public transport, at least in the larger cities. Yeah.
But electrification is still a challenge.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, but I mean, challenges are good. And challenges are also, opportunities for innovation, for creativity. And there women come in again, because it's also an opportunity.
And now we are in a critical mineral era also. The critical minerals are reshaping the global energy partnership.
Yeah.
And as you know, Mozambique holds a significant deposit.
Yeah.
It's essential for batteries, solar panels, and electrical vehicles. So how can you ensure that this new wave of mining empowers women, not just through jobs, but through local processing and ownership?
Yeah, well, here obviously energy and access to energy plays a role, but I would really like to frame the opportunities that the extractive industry has for Mozambique in a broader context, because the extractive industry is a very important source of income for Mozambique. On the short and the medium and the long term. So you need to extract, but since this country also has an ambition to become one of Africa's most popular tourism destinations, and you want to make sure that the nature and the beauty of this country is also guaranteed for future generations, whatever you do in the extractive industry, please, 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 Mozambique, do it in a responsible way. So with attention for the societal and the environmental impact. So use the do no harm principle. And that is, I think, also an important aspect where academia, employment, strategizing has a role to play, and this is also again an opportunity for women. And here I would also like to point out that this recently concluded agreement between the Mozambican government and the Dutch Strategic Environmental Impact Assessment Committee could offer a possibility. And my hope is also, if you allow me, that one of the other very positive things that the Mozambican government did in the last years is the setup of a sovereign wealth fund. So let's make sure that the money that is made in the extractive industry flows via your sovereign wealth fund back to those places in society where it is most needed. And there you immediately are talking about the empowerment of women again. Because if you use the sovereign wealth fund for increasing equality, for supporting development, you talk about access to energy, you talk about access to health, about access to education, and that is investing in women.
Excellency, you are pro-women
Yes.
in energy. I know, and I had the opportunity to participate in a program that was promoted by the embassy to discuss the women participation in the energy sector. What will you say to the young Mozambican girls who want to be part of the energy future?
Well, first and foremost, to all girls, I would say be confident that if you want, you can. And very important aspect in this is your curiosity. I think curiosity brings you far, far. So my advice would always be curious, have an open and critical mind, and really consider the energy sector, preferably also the sustainable energy sector, going from grey to green, as an opportunity. Whether you have a brain for figures or whether you are a more creative and social-oriented person, I think the energy transition offers ample opportunities for women with many different talents. So confidence, curiosity, and also an open mind to this sector and its opportunities.
Can you talk also about the training program specifics for women in energy sector?
Definitely, yeah. But I would frame it even under a larger header. I would frame it as looking for opportunities and skills development in the context of the greening of the economy, so green jobs that also come with if your extractive industry develops to an industry that also adds value, and you do it in a responsible way, then you are working on green job development. So that's a fantastic opportunity for youth in general terms, but for women in particular, and also. We women, we need to support each other, shoulder each other when necessary, hold each other's hands when necessary, and also exchange more amongst each other. And here I would like to name one specific initiative that I really, really like in Mozambique, and I think you referred to that. That's Mozambican Women in Energy. I think that is a fantastic organization with women representing many, many different professional angles of the energy industry, whether they are technicians, whether they are managers, whether they are in government, whether they are interested people. It's an open house, it's an open forum for all women with that curiosity and capability and interest to work in this sector. I'm very happy that we are involved also in this network. But I think this network is a very strong stronghold in the Mozambican energy sector. And well, you know that yourself very well. Yeah.
Ambassador, thank you so much.
Yeah.
We are grateful again to have you in this program, and see you next time.
I'm looking forward to it, and thank you as well for all your good and hard work to empower women.
E desta forma terminamos esta conversa com a Embaixadora do Reino dos Países Baixos em Moçambique, Elsbeth Akkerman. Este é o She Powers Energy. Na próxima semana voltamos com mais um programa.